everybody to the show.
We're talking about things we think you should
know, like metacognition, differentiation,
and how it all affects our education.
So, can you get down with all of that? Cause it's time for the
Fireside Chat!
Oh, hi there.
Hi. We're just sitting here reading about Marzano.
I heard he dresses really nice.
I heard he smells nice too. Today we're going to talk about the happy medium for parental participation in the middle school learning environment. We know that in most schools, most of the time, many of the parents do their fair share. But we also know that on either end of the spectrum, we have parents that don't participate at all, or we have parents that are just in the teacher's faces all the time.
Exactly. And the first of those spectrums is the parents that don't show up enough or don't do enough. First, you've got a language barrier where the teacher cannot communicate with the parent. Secondly, there's also working out of schedules. Lots of parents work days, nights, all the time, so it's a very tough situation for parents to schedule those things.
And swinging to the other end of the spectrum, we have the parents that participate way too much. This could be for several reasons. One is that they're overprotective of their children. Another reason is that they're always thinking that the teachers are teaching their children the wrong way. And lastly, there are just those parents that are lonely and have nothing else to do. Let's go out to the reporters out in the field to get some more information on this very, very hot topic. Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Kevin.
And we're going out into the field to interview a concerned parent.
That's right, and we've actually got a couple questions here from some viewers who are twittering them in. So, let's get started.
All right, our first question is, how important is parental participation in your child's education?
I think participating in your child's education is very important. I know when my children were younger, I tried to be in the classroom, tried to help out with different subjects, but circumstances change and you don't always have that opportunity, and I think it's important for teachers to recognize the parents that can't be in the classroom every day or a couple times a week still want to participate in their children's education, and to give them that opportunity, like with field trips and things like that. When those parents, show an interest in wanting to participate there, that they ought to be given that opportunity so that they can be a part of their children's education.
All right, one more question for the concerned parent, and it is, what can teachers do to facilitate more parental involvement?
That's a good question. I don't think it's enough to just have a conference every marking period or expect parents to come for a conference every marking period. I think it's really important if you want parents to be involved with their child's education, and most of them want to be, but they work also and have other things outside of that. But is communication. You need to communicate to those parents, what you want to see from them and what you expect. Okay, so am I done? Am I done? Where do I go to get my check?
We're here with Doris, and Mike has actually got a great question for her.
All right, the question is, what can teachers do to facilitate more parental involvement?
Well, lo más importante para los padres de familia ir a la escuela y comunicarse con la profesora es tener suficiente comunicación con ella y darse cuenta de cómo el estudiante está progresando en la escuela.
Wow, that is a great response.
Wow.
All right,
Well, let's ask another question.
Yeah, so what can teachers do to facilitate more parental involvement?
Lo que ellas pueden hacer es comunicarse con los padres de familia e invitarlos de vez en cuando a que ellos vengan y tengan una reunión con ellos.
Great.
Awesome. Lovely. All right. Final question. What can teachers do to facilitate more parental involvement?
So I think they should communicate more with the parents, and they can come to the school, and y ellos pueden participar más en actividades escolares.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Doris. I'll tell you what, that was the weirdest bathroom. There weren't any urinals in there.
Really? That's so
Yeah.
weird. Oh, hey guys, welcome back. So, we've actually got two professionals with us that we're going to interview coming up. So stay tuned. Ah, here it is. 160. Oh, whoops.
Hey, this is Katrina Morris. She is the principal of educational principalship. Hey.
What?
Miss Morris?
Yes.
Yes. You are the principal of educational principalship.
That's
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we're here with Fireside Chat, and we're actually got a couple questions for you that we'd like to ask you.
If you're ready, if you have a few minutes, we would like to ask a couple questions.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Our first one is, for you as a professional in this field, who do you think teachers can turn to if parents aren't involved?
Well, there are a variety of different people they could turn to. They could turn to retired teachers or just regular retirees. They could talk to people at the church, people, just anybody in the community who wants to volunteer, who has a couple of extra minutes just to spend time with our youth.
Basically, volunteers. That's a fantastic thought. I hadn't thought about that. My next question is, what resources do teachers have to provide mentorship when parents aren't involved and alleviate the burden or stress of those parents who are always involved?
Well, that one's the same answer as the beginning question.
Hadn't thought about that.
Retirees, just volunteers.
Basically, anybody with some extra time.
Yeah, anybody who has time to spend with the kids because they're our future.
Well, that leads us to our third question. What do you think about using incarcerated individuals to help with mentoring? I mean, after all, they have plenty of free time.
Except for those guys that do, the road work, yard work. They did a great job on my yard, guys.
I think that's a horrible idea. They're stupid. They've been in jail. They don't know how to follow rules. We don't want them here teaching our children.
Hey!
We're
How's
back.
everyone doing? So we are sitting here with Miss Samantha Bensley, who has been teaching for
30 years.
30 years. Wow.
It's a long time.
It is. And now Mike's got a great question for her.
Yes. I would like to know, how would you describe your relationship with the parents of your students?
Well, first I'll talk about some of the different kinds of relationships that teachers have with parents. You've got the overachiever parent, and this is the parent that wants to do everything. They want to live vicariously through their kid. They want to, live through those good grades and all those accomplishments that their kids have. You've got the overstressed and overworked parent, and that parent's the one that wants to be at every meeting. They want to be at every event. They want to go to every PTA conference, everything. And even though they're stressed and overworked, they still manage to show up at everything. We've got the parent spy. That's one of my least favorites. The parent spy is the one that's got their eye on you while they're in the classroom. They're going to report you to the principal, report you to the PTA. So that's definitely one of my least favorites. I don't like tattletales.
That's great. Yeah, thank you.
So you've been teaching for 30 years.
How do you look so young? Thank you guys so much for this information. It's great learning about the communication between the parents and the teachers.
In all the research that we've done, we realized that the teacher really needs to push hard to get the parents to become involved. And they really need to do this until the parents either step up, die, or get